Hello everyone, so today I'll be talking about IMSI catchers. These are devices like the Stingray unit, and you also have towers which are IMSI catchers as well. And what it does is it catches your information from your smartphone or your mobile device. So this is how a standard communication works from your smartphone to your cell provider. So your smartphone connects to a broadcast tower from your cellular phone provider, like that. And this is how it normally works. So basically, when there's like a surveillance or something like that, so if there is a cell site emulator surveillance unit, like let's say here this van would have it, let's say, what it does is the communication goes here. So what your cell phone tries to do is connect to the most powerful signal in the area. So this cell site emulator basically has a higher signal than your tower, so your cell phone connects to this instead. So it goes from here and it routes it back to your service provider, cell service provider tower. So when it goes here, all the information that you sent from your phone is filtered here and taken and stored, and then it goes to your regular service provider, so you could send it to people, and then you could receive the information. And then when it goes back, it could be intercepted here because you got the connection here. And everything that goes from and back from the cell tower to your phone is intercepted basically here. So what kind of information is intercepted? So the first thing that is intercepted is your IMSI number. So this is called the International Mobile Subscriber ID number. So this is what is in your SIM card, which identifies your phone with your phone number basically. So with a phone number, law enforcement can know who you are. If you're not using a burner phone or a hack phone or a stolen phone, they would know who you are basically. Let's say I was going in the city and I went to a Starbucks or something, and there was one of these things around, these surveillance simulators. They would be able to see who I am by finding out my IMSI number, right? They would identify me as me, and they would know who I am basically, like everything about me basically. And so basically all the calls, voice calls, and SMS means it means text message through your cell network. This can be intercepted. This you cannot hide with a VPN. It's basically impossible. You hear a lot of morons on a lot of channels saying that a VPN will protect you from government surveillance and all this BS. It will not protect your voice calls and your text calls from your network, from your cell provider. That will be intercepted. That cannot be blocked with a VPN whatsoever. The only thing that could be blocked with the VPN would be the websites that you visited. So if you have a VPN on your phone, this stuff could be protected. The sites that you visit on your web browser, that could be protected. And this metadata is will record, will show, will log that information about how long you were calling somebody and the people that you dialed on your phone. So that could be intercepted. So if I called here, this intercepted, I called Mr. Mike Thompson or something, and Mike Thompson's number popped out that I called him, this surveillance unit would know that. That cannot be blocked with a VPN either. Okay, so they can not only intercept data, they could also find out where you are. You know, you could track people with it as well. So the people who went to the Capitol riots and did their BS, even if they wore a mask, doesn't matter. They're going to get caught because they have in Washington D.C., the Capitol building, they have this type of infrastructure in there. It may not be a van, it may just be an underground tower or something, and it intercepts all the information from all the cell phones of all the cell phone users in that area, and it logs it. So logging means it's going to be copying it into a server or something, right? All that data is copied and recorded. So and they would know where you were. All that log information would have like where you were around that building, who you called at the time, who you sent instant messages, text messages to, and etc. If you didn't use a burner phone or a hack phone or a stolen phone. And if that was really your phone, then they would know everything about you. And there's no way you could hide it. So basically that's how it works. So so this idea that people say that VPNs could protect you from everything, you know, that's just nonsense. I mean, people want to sell stuff and do the most minimum amount of work to just make money, you know. That's just not gonna protect you from surveillance. But if you were at home and you were using a VPN, I guess on your home computer and your home network, it would work. But if you did commit a crime using your home computer with a VPN, it's not really going to protect you because the law enforcement could get a hold of the IP address or the WAN IP address, wide area networking IP address, and they can go to the people who are using that proxy server, and they could go there and they could request some kind of warrant, or this person committed a crime and you better hand over their data. And if they don't, you know, there's going to be some consequences. They'll hand it over because no VPN provider who's charging $5 or $10 a month is going to protect you. That's just not going to happen. So that's just what it is. So this idea that VPNs work for everything, people who are peddling this bull crap are just peddling bull crap. It won't protect you from that. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching my Ace 1000 KS 1975.